All right, today we are testing out the Rode Procaster broadcast dynamic microphone. This is from Rode's website. It says, the Procaster is a professional broadcast quality dynamic microphone, specifically designed to offer no compromise performance for voice applications such as podcasting, streaming, voiceover, and radio broadcast. It features an internal pop filter to control plosives, and its tight polar pattern helps to reject ambient noise. An established favorite amongst podcasters and live streamers, the Procaster offers a rich, natural tone that flatters any voice type. So, I am actually speaking on the Rode Procaster right now. It's about 3.5 to 4 inches away from my face, away from my lips. And for the most part, it's pointed directly at the front of my mouth. No windscreen, no foam covering on it, but I think I'm going to have to use a pop filter because you hear the plosives are not that good. So for the rest of this audio video, I'm going to use a pop filter so I don't keep hitting these plosives. So yeah, and I'm running directly into the Audience ID22 audio interface, and my gain is set about 95%. No post-processing whatsoever. I'm just gonna boost the audio in the post-production. So I got to get this pop filter. These P's are getting crazy. All right, let's go to the specs, to the specifications. These are also brought to you by straight from the website, the Rode website. So again, it's a dynamic microphone, cardioid polar pattern. It's an end addressed microphone. Frequency range is from 75 hertz to 18 kilohertz. Output impedance is 320 ohms. Sensitivity is negative 56 decibels. Output connection is XLR, so this is an XLR microphone. And negative 56 decibels, you can compare that to the Shure SM7B, which is negative 59 decibels for the sensitivity, meaning Shure SM7B requires 59 decibels of gain, whereas this microphone requires 56. And I know that some of the older generation Focusrite audio interfaces, pretty much entry level, but still high quality audio interfaces, have about 56 decibels of gain to them, which would mean that they are powerful enough to power this microphone. But if you have a louder voice, or if you just project a little bit more, or even just boost it in post, you can get away with 54 decibels of gain, 55, 53, whatever. So don't stress that too much. In the technology era that we're in, any audio interface can power this microphone, so don't worry about that. As for pricing, this microphone goes for $230 new, $229 new. I am not going to tell you how much I got this microphone for. No, I'll tell you. I got it for $106 on Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, apparently the seller had a batch of these that they were getting rid of, and they listed them at $112. I got it for $106, or maybe even $100, and then after tax it was $106. But either way, what I typically see them for listed, like on Guitar Center used, or Mercury, or Facebook Marketplace, I typically see them for like $150, $160, $170 pre-owned. Also depends what comes with it, what accessories you get with it. So in the case, you get a circle mic stand mount, like the mic clip. You don't get a full shock mount. So some people sell it with the full shock mount, maybe the boom arm, maybe a windscreen. So they might be able to charge you a little bit more for a pre-owned product. But either way, new, it comes with that mic stand mount, not the shock mount, and it's $229. But like I said, I didn't say this, but Rode is a phenomenal company as far as customer service. So I would have all confidence buying a pre-owned Rode microphone, and I've bought several in my days, and I've even heard stories of people buying secondhand Rode microphones, so they weren't the original purchaser, and Rode customer service still fixed their faulty microphone. So full confidence buying this microphone used, save you a few bucks. All right, let's check out some of the user reviews. I'm going to use Sweetwater again this time for this review, or for these reviews. And we'll start with the good reviews first. This one is from, he did not list his name, he or she, but this is in January 10th, 2022. It's actually the most recent review on Sweetwater. And it says, I'm blown away with everything about this mic, build quality, sound, and one awesome warranty. Hands down, a very well-built product. I concur with everything he said. 10-year warranty, that's insane. Yeah. This next comment is from James from Virginia Beach back in 2021. He is a radio DJ. That's his background. His caption is, one of the best, 5 stars. He says, this mic is everything they say it is and more. Sturdy with a great sound. Mine is plugged into the Rode Rodecaster Pro using the Rode PSA-1 Pro Studio arm, and it is solid. The sound of the mic is great and exceeds my expectations. Awesome. Another 5-star review from Ross out in Texas back in 2020, and he said, I have had great results with everything Rode. My 3 microphones and my Procaster mixer. Easy to use, accurate, and they work really well together. Love Rode and Sweetwater. Then he goes on to worship his Sweetwater reps, which a lot of people do in the comments, Bill, because Sweetwater reps are very helpful and just very thorough and genuine at their job. And Sweetwater has amazing customer service. I've experienced that firsthand. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's go on to the next review. This is from Mike back in 2020. Another 5-star review. His caption says, awesome mic for podcast. Awesome mic for podcast. I definitely picked correctly. Worth the money, in my opinion. Very heavy mic. For sure, for sure. Next comment is from Corey back in 2020. He says, love this mic, 5 stars. I'm satisfied and would recommend this mic. I love it. Yeah. Let's find a little bit more detailed feedback. So this one is 4.5 stars, and this is from Andrew back in 2021. He says, excellent mic. He says, I use my Procaster primarily for the many Zoom calls I am on. Yes, it is probably overkill, but I love it. It is a very solid, heavy mic. Be careful how you support it. Also, if it has a high-pass filter, I wish someone would show it to me because I can't find it. No, it doesn't have a high-pass filter. A high-pass filter is not mentioned on Rode's website either, just Sweetwater's. Is there a high-pass filter on this joint? There's definitely no switches, knobs, or buttons on this microphone. If you have to open it up to put the high-pass filter on, well, then that would be news to me because I did not know that. My audio interface has a high-pass filter on it, so I'm not really sweating it. And there's also a significant bass roll-off anyway with this mic. I mean, the frequency response is from 75 hertz, whereas many mics go all the way down to 20. This does not do that. He goes on to say, anyway, on Zoom, I started with the laptop mic, then a condenser mic, but the ambient noise was occasionally a killer for either, and I live in a quiet neighborhood. One example, folks were asking, do you have construction going on there? When my neighbor mowed his lawn. I went with dynamic mic, Procaster, knowing I might have to boost the gain. Now one coworker often says, I sound like I have a radio voice. That is just what I was shooting for. When I got the Procaster, my Evo 4, an entry-level audio interface, was able to drive the mic signal, but I had to turn it way up. I didn't notice any extra noise in the output, but didn't like running the preamp at 90 to 100%. I added an inexpensive mic booster, the Clark technique, and eventually a DBX 286S, which also has a preamp among other goodies. The mic booster was cheap and was really all I needed. Honestly, a little higher end audio interface probably wouldn't even need that. My current audio setup is Procaster, mic booster, DBX 286, Evo 4, stereo amp, passive monitors. The Procaster's excellent off-axis rejection lets me use my monitors instead of crappy laptop speakers or headphones with zero feedback. The compressor in the DBX allows me to raise the low-level sound so the mic is less sensitive to me moving back or turning away from it. I'm very happy with my purchases. Shout out to my Sweetwater rep, blah, blah, blah. Long-winded reviews. I hope it helps. Yeah, that helps. Cool. All right, let's go down to some negative reviews. Here's a 3.5-star guy. This is back in 2020. He says, set it up for a company podcast and it has been great. Amazing sound. The caption was very nice. He says it's great, amazing sound, but he only gave it 3.5 stars. Okay. All right. This next comment is 4 stars, and it says crystal clear. Great audio, nice, clear, and balanced. It also just looks gorgeous. This mic also has compatibility with nearly all Rode accessories, like the PSA-1 desk stand and the Rode shock mount. It's a great production that delivers great quality. I second that. I'm actually using the Rode PSM-1 shock mount, which is pretty universal to Rode. It works for the Procaster. I believe it works for the USB. No, it does. It works for the USB podcaster. It works for the NT1, the NT1A, NT2A. Those are all the Rode microphones I've tried that this shock mount works for. So that's what I'm using it for right now. So I'm going to Rode. I'm going to Google just to try to find some more negative reviews or some negative reviews, and it lists the overall rating of 4.8 for 217 reviewers. But there are a few, out of 217, there's 1 star, 2 stars, and 2 3 stars. There's 26 4-star ratings and 186 5-star ratings. Yeah, that is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, the 1-star rating guy says, he said, I was very happy with my purchase until the mic stopped working after a year. It was used occasionally in a computer setup in a home space for Zoom and team meetings. All my equipment is in good shape and everything is working properly except for this mic. I would not recommend it. Well, perhaps he did not know about Rode's customer service. He should have just registered the mic and they would have took care of that. No problem. Let's see, another, that's a different language. This guy's just complaining about some accessories that were not included. I'm not sure where he bought it. Oh, he bought it on eBay. Product is not new. It's missing a stand mount. So he got beat on eBay. So the verdict is out, and everybody, for the most part, loves this microphone. All right, and now this is probably some of y'all favorite part of the show, but this is the Barry White test. I don't think I'm going to call it the Barry White test anymore. I think I'm just going to give myself a whole different name, and you guys can just figure out what to call it. But we going to call this the Big Bubba Country. Yeah, that's what we going to call this one. We going to call this one the Big Bubba Country. So when I do this test, you get a pretty good idea what it's going to sound like if you got a voice like me, Big Bubba Country. I mean, I'm trying to really get down to the bottom of my stomach when I say these words here, so you can kind of get a feel for what it sounds like from the bottom of my belly. And boy, do I got a big old belly, but you kind of get a pretty good idea of what it's going to sound like when you got a big, deep voice coming from your big old belly like mine. I'm just playing. Just call me Big Country Billy Bob. What? I'm out.
Kids of my own. Dropped them off by the pool this morning. Yeah, I got 2 kids of my own. Dropped them off by the pool this morning.
Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Holy, There is no one like you, and there is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Battling these demons, dealing with these skeletons. I believe, help my unbelief, Lord, I'm yelling it. Cleaning out my closet, emptying my pockets. Washing this profit, if it ain't honest, I don't want it. Staring in the mirror, bearing the image of my maker who I'm in fear of. Reflecting on my past, I can't help but start to tear up. Told me I was sinning, should've screamed that I ain't hear ya. But washed by the blood of your son, told me to cheer up. No condemnation. God is patient, made the payments and cleared the wages. He said it's finished. So now I'm debt free. He broke the chains. Now I am set free. Ran to him for help. I was humble, had it come correct. Now I smile just as he promised. I am not upset. That's his faithfulness. I lift the praise. Even in my darkest days, he would always make a way through it. Always make a way. He would always make a way. He would always make a way. And he would always make a way. Yeah, always make a way. And he would always make a way. All right, so this has been fun. It's been longer than expected. It's been tiring. There's a hum that's coming from inside my house that was not here up until this point. Now it's here. You may or may not hear it. But perhaps that's a good test. I don't have a high-pass filter on. If I did, that would immediately cut the hum out of my house. I'm not even sure where it's coming from. Probably my refrigerator or something upstairs. Either way, you've heard a lot of different delivery sounds from this microphone with me just playing with my voice. I'm not out here trying to act like I'm a great singer, first of all. But if you hear a tone that is maybe similar to your style, you can be like, maybe that works for me. Maybe this microphone is going to work for me and probably sound even better because I can sing better than he can. So, yeah, I personally would not buy this microphone new. I'm just gonna put it right out there. Why? Because there's so many on the pre-owned market, and Rode has such phenomenal customer service that I would be very confident buying it used. And at least that way you can see if you like it. And then if you're like, all right, I like it a lot, you could even sell it, get your money back, and then just go ahead and buy a new one, and then register and get that full 10-year warranty. But I would have full confidence buying it pre-owned, which is what I did. I got it for an amazing price. I don't anticipate you'll get it for $100 like I did. But if you want to buy this off of me, I'm most likely going to list it. But I'm not sure. My experience with this microphone is, I think it's a very neutral dynamic microphone. It doesn't have the sparkle that some of the Rode condenser microphones have. It's almost like it is it's more mid-forward than the NT1, maybe a little more mid-forward than the NT1, but it doesn't have the high-end clarity that the NT1 has. But I do feel like this is a pretty accurate sound. It does roll off a lot of low end, so it gives you a little bit of a broadcast sound, but it's a pretty accurate tone. Whereas when I compared it with the SM7B, the SM7B has this warmth and this grit to it, which ends up being, to me, more rounded and smooth. Whereas this is more flat and open and transparent. I prefer the grittiness of the Shure SM7B. Just specifically for my voice, and I mean a lot of singers, to be honest. But it's a more expensive mic. It's a legendary mic for a reason. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying I like that microphone better. This Rode Procaster, though, is a phenomenal mic. $230 new. It's worth it. Buy it used. You could do that too, and you won't be disappointed. But yeah, for would I use it for anything other than spoken word or like podcasts or voiceovers or anything like that? Probably not. If you have a radio show and you have guests on it, I think this would be a good choice for the background noise rejection, for the polar pattern pickup. It's gonna capture your voice and kind of block out anything else that's going on in the room. It's got enough boost and it's got enough presence to cut through any mix, as you heard from the audio sample with the beat that I was using. So it's a great microphone. Rode's a great company. You really can't go wrong with this. Are there other options out there that you might like better? Yes. Bang for buck wise, it's going to be hard to beat any Rode, to be honest. I'm not fanboying right now, but specifically with this microphone in the dynamic broadcast league right now, this guy pretty much holds its own for the under $300 category. So can't go wrong with this microphone. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share your experiences with this microphone in the comment section. Let's start a dialogue. I know I'm new. I'm just picking up, but I love talking about gear, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. And like I said, let's start a conversation. God bless you. Reach out to me for questions, whatever, this, that, and the third. I'll see you soon. Peace.